Hello, 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 hello. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing some muscular system practice questions. We'll do some labeling. Hopefully it'll let me do this today, but if not, I have some questions pre-made, ready to go if that is the case. But welcome in. We're going to do some practice questions here. Thank you. Welcome in. I meant to go live later tonight, but I did have something come up today. So we're doing the live this morning here. And a little change of plans as to what we're doing. So welcome in if you're just joining. We're going to do some labeling practice for the muscular system. Hello, hello, welcome in. It's good to see everybody. Welcome in, good morning. Yeah, I can do the heart next. We did some cardiovascular stuff yesterday, but I can see if I can get some heart stuff in here today, if we have time. I can do some heart stuff tomorrow. Would you like to do heart labeling tomorrow? Oh yeah, I'm going to upload the recording of it, like pretty much after this. It's just processing on YouTube right now. But were you looking for more like physiology questions for the heart or like anatomy questions? So tomorrow, okay, gotcha. Is there anything that you wanted to see, like any particular heart topic or like physiology, anatomy? Thanks for joining, everybody. Thanks for liking the live. The more that you guys like the live, the more people we can get in here to help out, to help prepare for their quizzes or exams or whatnot. Thanks for following. I really appreciate you. It's always good to see some new faces. Blood flow. Yeah, we can do blood flow. I'll put that tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm gonna write that in my notebook here. But yeah, we can do blood flow. Thanks for following. I really appreciate it. I love seeing new faces around here. Thank you guys. Thank you. I also appreciate you having my notifications on. That means a lot. It definitely means a lot. But once we get a few more people in here, we can get started. And I can kind of go over what my live schedule is going to look like here as well. But hello, welcome in. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well today. How's everyone doing? Hopefully TikTok will let me actually do like labeling like this again, because last time I tried to do skeletal muscles, it for some reason like didn't let me do it. The smiling muscle is the zygomaticus major muscle. It's zygomaticus. It's in here, so we'll go over which one that is. Alright, but it looks like we have a couple people in here now, so we'll go ahead and get started. Let me clear my throat. But anyway, if you were just joining, thank you for joining. My name is Ollie. I do anatomy and physiology practice questions. Today we are going over the muscular system. We'll practice some labeling questions here. I do appreciate whenever you guys like the live, follow, anything like that. What do I recommend when trying to study the muscles? Exactly what we're doing right here. Take your images from class, cover them up, and then practice going through them. Essentially, literally just this. This is definitely my biggest recommendation. Just practice. I cannot stress you enough that you cannot practice enough when doing this. Alrighty, but moving on here, we'll start with number one. Number one is over here. It's in the forehead. Are we only doing muscles today? Girl, by the way, gotcha. Let me answer these. We'll go one at a time for now. I only have the muscles planned for right now. if there's anything else here, this is kind of an impromptu. I was supposed to go later tonight, live later tonight, but I had something come up. So I kind of impromptu did this one because a lot of people have been asking about the muscular system. But yes, the answer to this one, oh, that's a little too big. That's a little too small. Let's see if we can, this is the frontalis muscle. Number 1. Then number 2 is the one that's around the eye. It kind of circles the eye. Frontal belly. Who said frontal belly? I'm using GoodNotes. Thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. The more that you guys share, the more that we can get this out to people. But anyway, thank you for joining. I really appreciate you guys being here. But anyway, you guys are already answering it. You guys are killing it. Is the orb, orbicularis, oculi muscle. It's the eye here that kind of, hopefully this doesn't move it, circles the eye. But anyway, number 3, we kind of answered this question a little earlier. What's the smiling muscle? What muscle is involved in smiling? I have my step 1 exam tomorrow. Awesome, good luck. You got this. Excuse me. But definitely you got this. Good luck on your step 1 exam tomorrow. But thank you guys for joining. Thanks for following. Thanks for liking the live. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for everything that you guys do. You guys make this so much fun. But again, this is the zygomaticus muscle. This is what is considered your smiling muscles. But it's these 2 muscles right here. Alrighty. And then number 4 is right below the zygomaticus. You mind? Yeah. Yes, this is the minor and major. Kendrick Lamar? Question mark. But anyway, awesome. You guys are awesome. It is buccinator. The buccinator, however you want to say it. Number 5 here is what goes around the lips. This is kind of helps you create that O with your mouth. It's undergrad or grad. This is I guess it's both in a way, undergrad and grad. You have to know these muscles for sure. I would say undergrad more so you have to know like labeling, and graduate school I feel like focuses on like what muscle is superior to the orbicularis oculi kind of thing. Yes, number 5 here is the orbicularis oculi. Awesome. Number 6 here, it's this massive muscle in the neck here. Big old muscle. Let me see if you guys get this one right. I know it's not the sternum. It's not that one. I know what you guys are thinking. That muscle is under this one. I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Currently in AMP2, have a cardiovascular test tomorrow. Oh, good luck on your cardiovascular test. We're on number 6 right now, so we're on this number. I'm in class and just finished a test on face muscles. Awesome, congratulations. Yes, somebody got it here. You have it. Looks like a teddy bear as your name, but I always remember this one as like it reminds me of like Perry the Platypus kind of. I don't know why it always just reminded me of that. I don't even know really. It's like the platysma or something. I forget how to say it. I don't really deal with that one too much. Thank you, Tyler, for the 4 roses. You are awesome. Someone had I did do a cardiovascular test last night. It's not on YouTube yet, but it'll be on YouTube afterwards. In case you guys were wondering, my YouTube is my name. It's linked in my bio. This video will be on afterwards. But anyway, moving on to number 7 now. Number 7. This is usually a lab. Oh, I meant, yes, Oris, sorry. It's still a little early. You're right, totally. Oris, my bad, guys. It's Oris. Sorry about that. Yes, this is how I study the muscles. Yeah, you just go through practice labeling for sure. I mentioned the Oris. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. But yes, this one is the temporalis. And then number 8. Moving on to number 8. They kind of line up, if you remember, with the bones. Good morning, Pamela. How you doing? It's good to see you again. We're going over some muscular system. Here, let me zoom out a little bit here, so it might be a little easier. Yeah, zoom out, please. Good, yeah. You guys are really arguing, so getting them first. But thanks for joining. Thanks for liking the live and sharing the live and following. I really appreciate you guys. But yes, you guys are answering this. The occipitalis. Also know your spelling for these two. You're definitely going to be tested on your spelling. But anyway, moving on to number 9, as you can see here, is these muscles. Make sure that you guys can get that. Lecture is more like physiology. Like, you're gonna have to know like your neuromuscular junction. Good morning, Fendal. How you doing? Good to see you again. See a lot of familiar faces in here. It always makes me happy when I see some familiar faces. But this one is the masseter. I know you guys have really been answering for the sterno. But we're not there yet. But we are on number 10. Can anyone tell me what number 10 is? But the lecture exams are a little more, they are definitions, yes. But they're also a lot of physiology. So you definitely want to know like your muscle contraction steps. Lab is more like anatomy based, in my opinion. I just learned this in my A&P class last night. Awesome. Alrighty, so number 10 is the sternocleidomastoid. Alrighty, moving on to number 11. It's kind of more so considered a back muscle, not necessarily like a cephalic muscle. This is technically AMP1. Technically AMP1. But if you're just joining, it's sternocleidomastoid, or you can just say SCM for short, but you definitely want to know how to spell it. That'll definitely be on your. This one is the trapezius. Good job, guys. Thank you. Anyway, we're gonna move on here to the chest. But anyway, if you're just joining, welcome. We're doing some muscular system. What's the difference between AMP1 and AMP2? AMP1 is a lot more like terminology based, like labeling, anatomy based, and then physiology. AMP2 is normally, yes, you have to know left to right and spelling. I can do this light work. Awesome, good. This is good if it's light work. AMP2 is a lot more physiology based. There's a lot more physiology and less anatomy. But anyway, moving on to the chest here. Do I recommend taking AMP2 in the summer? I always tried to avoid. I always avoided classes in the summer if I could. In grad school, I had to take classes in the summer, but I guess it kind of works for you. I'm really lazy with schoolwork in the summer because I like to be outside, and I can't really study outside. I just can't do that. We're on number 1 here for the chest. On the posterior. It's kind of went over this in the other one. So it's a muscle that we've already covered for number 1. We're on number 1. Yeah, AMP2 is fun and more physiology based in it. Yes. We're on number 1 here. Number 1 is up here in the neck, which we went over one of these already. But yes, it is. I'm just going to abbreviate for now, but it is the sternocleidomastoid. Number 2 is the muscle kind of in the shoulder here. Hello, welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining, thanks for following, and thanks for liking the live. Thanks for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. No, they're not all universal in the way they're drawn. Like, it kind of depends. But yes, this is the anterior deltoid. Alrighty, and then number 3, all these fibers that run along here. Just to make sure that we're all good. You guys got this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, the pectoralis major. So I'm going to put this over this. Your streams are so full, I forget a lot of A&P topics as I go through med school. Thanks, man. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for joining, and thanks for being a part of it. Love seeing everybody back in here and everything. Try to make these as fun as possible. Just like quick quizzes. Just no stress. Yes, the sternum. Not a muscle, but it's still important to know where it is. But then again, sternum here. Moving on to number 5. Yes, the xiphoid process is the thing below that. But if you are just joining, I do appreciate you joining and following and liking the live. Definitely just trying to help as many people as possible here after upcoming A&P exams. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds to answer 5. It is the biceps brachii. Alrighty, moving on to number 6. Number 6 is kind of tucked away under the clavicle here. It's kind of right there. Let me get that out of the way. So it's that muscle underneath the clavicle. So I'll give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. Just to make sure here. Couple seconds. Remember, it is under the clavicle. So let's think of our terminology. What does under mean, and what is clavicle? So it is subclavius muscle. Awesome. Moving on to number 7 here. It's under the pec major. It is under the pec major. Awesome. It is the pec minor. A minor. I'm going to move this down here just so it's a little... And I'm going to abbreviate because we went over there. I love how the comments wait for the right answer. Sometimes it's a little delayed for some people. Probably. All right, number 8. Moving on to number 8. Number 8 here is in kind of more so the arm. Yeah, I can definitely... My first impression to you, A minor. Yeah, I know, right? Sorry about that, yeah. I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. I do like my boy Lamar. TV Off is probably like my favorite one of his songs. I used to listen to Humble a lot too when I was younger in high school. Number 8 here is the the coracobrachialis. And then we have number 9 here. Number 9 is what kind of covers the ribs. Are we able to see? Are we able to see the green on the screen, or do I need to switch to another color? I just want to make sure that you guys are memorizing bones. Is exactly what we're doing right here. Pretty much just take some pictures, cover them up, go through them, practice label. I'm doing it over and over and over again until, yes, we can see it. Fantastic. Yes, we can see green. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. I know it's a little bit of a brighter green. This is the serratus anterior. If you have trouble remembering, I see a lot of people saying they forgot. This is, I'm going to make a little note off to the side here, but this is technically considered the boxer's muscle. So think about whenever you're throwing a punch, you're stretching these muscles a lot. So boxers will have very prominent serratus anterior muscles. Like, just look up a picture of like a really like lean, well-defined boxer, and they will have these muscles like super defined. Alrighty. Were we all good on this one? Everyone ready to move on? Again, this will be on my YouTube afterwards. Yes. Just gonna put this right here. I'll put this up here as well. Yes, let's move forward, please. All right, number 1. Kind of just covered that. We pretty much just covered what those were. It'll be on... Don't breathe heavy on the mic. Sorry about that. I'm a little stuffed up today, so my breathing is a little messed up. Yep, we're back here to the serratus anterior. Again, the boxer's muscle. Number 2. Moving on to number 2. It would be the deepest layer here of the abdomen muscles. Thanks for following and thanks for joining, guys. If you're just joining, we are going over some muscle anatomy, going through and practice labeling them. This is the best way, I feel, to memorize the muscles. Just going through, taking your pictures from class, things like that. Yes, the transverse abdominis. And thanks for sharing and liking the live. The more that you guys share and like the live, the more people. I'm not in anatomy and I follow because this is cool content. Awesome, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Yeah, even if you're not in anatomy, it's just like a little fun. I try to make it fun. One Queen of Good Life says hello, hello. How are you doing? Moving on to number 3 here. Which oblique muscle is this? I guess I gave it away in a way, but. Oh no. All right, well. Give me 1 sec. Hold on 1 second, guys. Go ahead and answer number 3. I just graduated with my master's degree. Thank you. Okay, I think I fixed it, but yeah, I kicked a bunch of people out. Oh no. Alrighty. So I did my master's in molecular medicine. So I did cancer research, things like that. Oh no. Hold on. I may have to end the live. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah. Well, I guess I can keep going here as long as it doesn't kick me out. I'm currently applying for my PhD right now on molecular medicine as well. Well, I'll keep going here, but I might have to restart. I've been trying to figure out how to do labeling stuff without getting flagged on TikTok, unfortunately. But I guess I'll keep going here and see. If not, then I'll end the live, and I do have some practice questions. But I'll keep going here until TikTok says otherwise. But number 3 is the internal oblique muscle. Internal oblique. And number 4, the answer number 4 is... how about you? Are you guys in school as well? Yes, it does get more interesting once you get to other systems. But if you're just joining, thank you for joining. Hopefully TikTok will let me, if you just graduated, what did you just graduate in? Current MS1, awesome, congratulations. Number 4 is the external oblique. Just gonna point these towards their number. The number 5, move up here. So number 5 is, this is the abdomen. So it would not be the gluteus maximus. Which I'm not sure. I've gotten flagged every time I've tried to do labeling, but I guess it's fine. But maybe it's also because I have my YouTube up there as well. I don't think TikTok likes that as well. Hi everyone. Hi Bobby. How you doing? But yes, this is the pectoralis major, which we went over in some of the other ones. Thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. We're on number 6 now. Number 6. Give you guys a couple seconds to answer that one. Good for CRNA school. Awesome. Number 5 is the pec major. No, it is not that. Thanks for following and thanks for joining, guys. I would appreciate if you guys liked the live again so that we could get people back in here. Yes, I also do physiology. Yeah, today I'm just doing labeling just because I meant to go live later tonight, but I had something come up, so I kind of just did something a little more impromptu today. I just took my Unit 2 exam for physiology yesterday. I think I did okay. I hope you did well. Thanks for following, everybody. I really appreciate you guys. I would appreciate if you guys like the live and share it just because, I don't know, sometimes TikTok can restrict it a little bit, but number 6 is erectus abdominis. It sounds like a dinosaur, honestly. Anatomy is very interesting without dissection. I actually had dissection lab in grad school. I actually really, oddly, not in a weird way, but I did enjoy it. It was very informative and very cool to be like, oh wow, I can do this. But anyway, we're gonna move on here. Again, I would appreciate if you guys like the live so that we can try to get as many people in here as possible to help out. Dissection, yeah, it is a sad thing for sure. If you're just joining here, we're going over some anatomy and physiology. More so, we're doing the muscular system, just practicing labeling. I think dissection helps you recognize what it looks like in real life. Yes. I mixed up REM, consolidating. Okay, yeah. We're on number 1 now on the back, the posterior muscles. I love your content. Thank you. I love that you love my content. I'm glad. I definitely try to make it enjoyable and helpful for everybody. I try to go through and I really do try to help as many people as possible. It is so fun. But anyway, yep, you guys are killing it. It is the supraspinatus. Number 2. Can we take a guess of what number 2 is? But if you're just joining here, thanks for joining. we are going over some anatomy and physiology. More so, the anatomy for the muscular system. Just practice labeling questions. But it is the infraspinatus. Remember this muscle here, it's down here. It's these. We'll go over what the rhomboid major and minor are in just a moment. But number 3. Anyone tell me what number 3 is? So the infraspinatus is not 3 muscles. It's technically 1 muscle, technically. But yes, number 3 is deltoid. I'm going to put a little arrow here. Ooh, looks like a P. All right, moving on to number 4 here. It's not the rhomboid, but it is a major. What are the most important topics to learn in A&P, and what do you recommend to use to study them? Honestly, they're very much all important. All of them, it kind of depends on the chapter. It really depends on the chapter and how you would study them. Like for muscles and bones, exactly what we're doing here. Going through, practicing labeling them. Pretty much like terms, flashcards, labeling, putting stuff on a diagram, that kind of thing. But yes, it is the teres major. Good job, guys. Moving on to number 5 here. Giving us a couple seconds to answer. Number 5, we have internal and external oblique in the thorax too. Yes. I have a quiz coming up on Saturday on the upper nervous system from the spinal cord down to the ear. Yeah, we can do another nervous. We did a nervous system lecture last night, but is it like more anatomy based? Future RN. But yeah, we kind of went over these on the other side, so I'll just go ahead and give you these ones. It's the supraspinatus and the infraspinatus. This is just more superficial, and this is a little more deep in the back. But anyway, moving on to number 7. 7 and 8 we can do. It's nervous system based. So is it more like physiology or like anatomy? Like, are you labeling stuff, or it's like a lab, or? Alrighty, awesome. It is so we have our teres. This is our minor and our major. So our minor is smaller and our major is larger. The minor is superior to the major. Labeling. Okay, yeah. Definitely practice, kind of what we're doing here. That's definitely what you want to practice doing. All right, moving on to number 9 and 10. So they are part of the same muscle, but it's, I can see let's see if you guys can get these ones. We're on number 9 and number 10. Yes, it is the triceps, but we do know which one is which for which head is number 9 and which head is number 10. So it is the triceps. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to answer. Again, this is the posterior view. I don't know which one. Okay, so number 9 here. So I'll put triceps up here. This is the long head, and this is the lateral head. So long head and the lateral head. Remember, lateral means out, medial means in, so the lateral head is going to be more to the lateral side of the body. Alrighty, moving on. We kind of went over some of these, but we're moving kind of down into the arms and stuff. It's on the other side. Moving on to number 1 here. We kind of went over this already. We've answered these a couple times. So we have the deltoid. Again, number 2, we have the pectoralis major. So pec major. I just graduated college and want to apply to PT school. This is really helping me review. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Good luck in your application to PT school. PT school is really cool and a very rewarding job, for sure. So moving on to number 3 here. We'll move on to number 3. Yeah, no problem. But thanks for joining the live, guys. I appreciate you guys being here. It's very fun to do these. I always enjoy doing these with you guys. But number 3 is the biceps brachii. Right, and then number 4, kind of underneath the biceps brachii. Number 4 is the brachialis. All right, what is number 5? When would you be doing a review on the endocrine system? I want to make sure I tune in. Let me see if I have one planned. I can probably do one tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do one tomorrow night. I'm going to do it at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. So I'll do endocrine system. Anything particular from the endocrine system? I don't have anything to do tomorrow night in terms of like what I have planned, so I can do endocrine system tomorrow. Can you do the skull? We did it a little earlier in this live. We did some skeletal system as well. Cool, I'll be available. Awesome, yeah, we'll do. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see. But number 5 is the brachio. Radialis. Alrighty, moving on. On our forearm now. Moving on to number 1. Sometimes this is a muscle. Are you saying this? Yeah, it'll be on YouTube afterwards. I have a test today. What do you have your test on, Sophia? Someone got it. What is the aconius muscle? The forearm is kind of a nightmare, to be honest. This one, sometimes some people have to know this muscle, but sometimes people don't. So I'm not sure. So if you don't get that one and don't know that, I wouldn't worry too much. Skeletal system. Oh, gotcha. Good luck. I do have a skeletal system practice test on my YouTube. So yes, this is the posterior. So yeah, yes. Oh, posterior. This is the posterior view. Sorry, I should have clarified. My mistake. Number 2, Moving on to number 2. But if you didn't get 1, I know a lot of places don't really test on that muscle, so not too big of a deal if you didn't get it right. Also, does anyone know? So we're on the posterior side. So kind of Brandon. So yeah, the forearm is hard, but this you guys are right with the carpi ulnaris, but it is the flexor. Yeah, it's a hard. The forearm is very hard, but I can give a hint here. So obviously this is the posterior view, so a little more lateral from the posterior view is the flexor carpi ulnaris. So kind of a little more medial to that is where the extensor carpi ulnaris is. Yeah, the origin is completely different, yeah. But we can move on to number 3. Does anyone know, does my live show up for people at all? Like, can you guys, like, does it come up on the live? Because I know TikTok was kind of, like, restricting my thing. I don't know if I have to restart and just do, like, regular physiology questions. I do have that prepared, if so. Need animal anatomy. Does anyone know if my live is showing up? I found you on my For You page. Okay, well, that's good then. I think I got it fixed. I think I know how to, like, get around it that'll let me do I don't know what it is about TikTok and, like, labeling lives, but it does not want to. I'm not trying to. It thinks that I'm trying to, like, sell some, like, inappropriate product, which I guess, like, I don't know if, like, the muscles are muscles and bones are, like, designated as, like, I don't know, restricted, but it really makes it hard to help people practice labeling, because that's, like, a big thing that people struggle with in Anatomy and Physiology 1 is, like, the labeling stuff, and that's, like, I want to help people do it. So I think so, because it's the first. Okay, I hope it's not restricted again. Yeah, showed up on mine. Awesome, fantastic, thank you guys, I appreciate that information. I wasn't sure, because I know if you, like, apparently if you stay live for 10 minutes after you've come up as restricted, like, they might, like, ban me for, like, a week or something, so that's why I was asking. So thank you guys, I really appreciate that information. You should have mind for fantastic. Number 3 is actually biceps brachii. It's a little higher, but and you guys all right, we back. Hold on here. I gotta get my charging cord fell out. But number 4 is the brachioradialis. I've recently seen cadaver parts and didn't seem like the person at issue. Okay. Interesting. I looked into, because I have cadaver stuff. I was here at 10 a.m., but I waited until... Yeah, I didn't come on till, like, a little... It was, like, 10:15 whenever I ended up coming on. But we're moving on to number 5 now. I guess we'll find out after I end the live if I've actually gotten restricted or not. That would really suck. If that does happen, I'll probably move to, like, doing it on YouTube or something. If I get restricted for whatever the reason. I don't exactly remember what time it like it said it was being restricted. It was like that moment where I was like, oh wait, I might have to end the live. But number 5 here. Make sure this cord's out of the way. There we go. It is the extensor carpi radialis longus. I'm going to use a black line to separate these. Alrighty, moving on to number 7. If we were having trouble with the forearm or whatever, I can definitely kind of quickly move through these if you guys liked as well. I know the forearm's a little frustrating. Please, yeah, okay. So I'll just go through and so number 7 here, points to here. It is the extensor carpi radialis brevis. Number 8 is going to be the extensor digitorum. I've labeled the forearm so many times, way more than I'd like to admit. I had literally like an exam just focused on, or a quiz just focused on forearm muscles, so I'm all too familiar. Number 9 is the abductor pollicis longus, and number 10 is the extensor pollicis brevis. I'm going to practice the forearm for tomorrow for sure. Yes, the exam on the skeletal system today, then muscles, bones, and Thursday. Oh, good luck, Sophia. Oh my goodness. That's a rough week. I'm so sorry. Yeah, definitely practice your labeling for those. Practice your physiology. But this is, yeah, I can just quickly roll through these as a little review. Because I know this is frustrating. But number 1 here is kind of what's in here with the ligaments, but is the palmar aponeurosis. Number 2 here is the flexor digitorum superficialis. Number 3 is the flexor carpi ulnaris. Number 4 is the flexor carpi radialis. And then number 5, it is the pronator quadratus. And then number 6 is the extensor carpi radialis longus. And then number 7 is the pronator teres. I'm sorry, wait. Hold on. I'm wrong. Number 8 is the pronator teres. Sorry. Number 7. This is the brachioradialis. Then number 9, again, is the not biceps. Oh my goodness, biceps brachialis or brachii. Sorry, a little fast. All right. Yes, anterior flexor, posterior extensor. Awesome. If you're just joining, welcome in here. Well done. Thank you. I've done it too many times. Too many times. Alrighty. Moving on here to the quadriceps muscle. Oh, I kind of gave some of it. The anterior leg muscles. We'll go with that. Do we want me to go through these again, or would we... I can kind of just roll through these for sure. We don't have too much left. I am probably going to end the live after I do these labeling, and I might restart it with some physiology questions just to see if something's wrong with my live. Make sure that nothing's wrong with my live before I continue. But you guys want me to roll through these, or do you guys want to answer them? It's up to you. Thanks for following. Thanks for liking the live. I really appreciate you. But if not, I'll just, if you guys don't have a preference, I can just roll through these. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and roll this. So number 1 here. Number 1 is pointing to this muscle, which is the psoas major. Number 2 is pointing to the iliacus, and these make up the iliopsoas. Number 4 is pointing to the sartorius, or the seatbelt of the quads. Number 5, we have our quadriceps. Number 6 is our, I'm going to write in here, our rectus femoris. Number 7 is our vastus lateralis. Again, lateral means out, so it would be the muscle that's most lateral. And then our number 8 is our vastus medialis. Again, medial means in, so it's going to be our most medial muscle. I failed my... Yes, please, unless others don't want to. Yeah, I can just, finally some motivation to study. I'm glad I give you some motivation to study. I do have a video on the process of intramembranous ossification and endochondral ossification. I don't. I know your test is today. I do have, a quick mnemonic for you. So, Sophie, are you still here? I can go over a quick mnemonic before I move on. I have it for, the endochondral ossification, not necessarily the intramembranous ossification. I didn't really get tested on it, so I didn't really make one, but you do have to know the stages for it. I failed my tissue practical. Oh, no, I'm sorry about that. Following you on YouTube now. Thank you. Which site did you get these from? These are just from my class. I'm not really sure where these are from, to be honest with you, but these are what I had for my class. So I apologize, but I'm not sure. That'd be great. Yeah, so, alrighty. It's kind of a more so, in a way, inappropriate mnemonic, but it's what helped me remember it. So, it is boys can't pee during erections. Again, can be inappropriate, but whatever works sometimes. So B for boys is the first step. So this is where we're going to have our bone collar formation. The C for can't is the cavitation of our hyaline cartilage. P is the periosteal budding. Invasion. Essentially, this is when spongy bone forms. During is the diaphysis, elongation. Essentially, this is when the medullary cavity forms. And then erections is for epiphysis, ossification. Oop. This is when essentially hyaline is only in the epiphyseal plates, so it's pretty much done. Alrighty. Was that helpful? And I'll go back to the labeling. Yes, this is endochondral. Sorry for my crappy handwriting. I was just trying to go through it pretty quickly. So it's not the intramembranous one. I just took this exam and passed. Awesome. Yes, hence the hyaline cartilage. Was that good, Sophia? Did that help? Yes, yeah, thank you. No problem. And then I'll go back to the labeling problems. There's not too many people in here, so... Oh, it's gonna... Oh, my goodness. TikTok and their lives, man. There we go. So it should be good. Also, make sure to remember it's from mesenchymal tissue. Yes, yes, that is true. Intramembranous ossification only occurs in the bones and the skull, like clavicle. Labeling is so much fun. And it really is. Were you good, Sophia? Just want to make sure. I also have a chapter on my website on the bone tissue, and it has both of those processes explained. But I'll wait a couple more seconds, and then I'm going to get back to the labeling. I'm good. Awesome. Glad. Hopefully that helps you out. I don't think we have too many more. Yeah, I just have, I think, yeah, these are the last two. Alright. But we'll keep doing the speed run here. So, number one, just pointing to right here. It's our adductor, magnus. Number two is our semitendinosus muscle, which is here. Number three is our gracilis. I always had trouble remembering this one for some reason. The gracilis is on the outside here. It just doesn't really sound to me. It just does not sound like it would be a leg muscle. This is the semimembranous muscle, which is here and here. And moving on to number five, it's our gluteus maximus, which is everyone's favorite muscle, obviously. Number 6 is our biceps femoris. Again, that is in here. And then number 7, this is a tiny, tiny muscle on the back of the knee, which is our plantaris. And then this is part of the calf, which is our gastrocnemius. Alrighty. We're all set before I move on. No questions? Awesome. Alrighty. So we're kind of on to the lower limb now. So this muscle, number 1, is our fibularis longus. Number 2, it's kind of on the most lateral, is the fibularis brevis. Number 3, this is our, I'm going to put a label down here. It is our tibialis anterior. Again, it's this muscle. Number 4, it's a little lower here. This is the extensor. Extensor digitorum longus. And then number 5 is going to be our fibularis tertius. I forgot to label these ones. But anyway, 6, 7, 8. Number 6 is obviously our gastrocnemius, which we went over. Number 7 is our soleus. And number 8 is also our soleus. That's all that I had planned in terms of labeling for today. Thanks for sharing and thanks for following. I'm going to end the live here, and I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I just need to take a little break. I just passed my first anatomy exam yesterday. Awesome, congratulations, Madison. I'm going to be live again in just like 10, 15 minutes. I just need to take a little break. But I'm going to do some more physiology-based questions. But thanks for following. Thanks for joining. I'll be back when you are awesome. Yeah, I'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes. Just need a little... Honestly, I need a little snack break. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't eat breakfast yet, so I just need a little break. And then I'll be back, and we'll do physiology questions. But again, if you'll be joining us, I'll see you back here in just a couple minutes. If I'm not, thank you for joining. I hope to see you again in another live. But we'll be live again tomorrow night at 9:30 EST, 9:30 p.m. EST. Alrighty, I will be back. Thanks for watching.